Hey, what's going on, guys? Adam here. Today we're going to be doing a review of the iPhone X 2.5 years later. Now, how does this hold up in 2020? Let's find out. Now, I just want to say I'm actually going to be making a lot more videos of iPhones. Any kind of reviews that you guys want, I'm going to be able to do them because school just ended. And so, yeah, this is my first video, during the summer, basically. So, yeah, expect a ton more videos, and pretty excited for that. And one more thing, you might notice there's no SIM here, and that is because I wasn't able to use this phone because if you can't see right here, first of all, there's a crack, which is really annoying. I mean, that wouldn't be such a big deal, but there's no case. I don't have a case for this, and I can't really, go around with this as a phone and not have a case. So, I am sorry about that, but I will be probably doing one of an iPhone 7, challenge, using that for maybe a week. So if you guys want me to do one of those challenges or of any kind of phone, let me know in the comments below. Anyways, let's just get right into it. So let's first talk about this amazing design. And I think Apple did some very good decisions with this design. Even in 2020, this holds up amazing. Actually, looking from the front, I bet you couldn't even tell the difference between an iPhone 11 Pro because they're just so similar. Yeah, just looking at this display, and this design is very, very good. Very minimal bezels all across the screen. You can see we do have a notch, but even the iPhone 11 Pro does, so really not that bad at all. So yeah, let's talk about that display now. So as you can see, we do have a notch, which I mentioned earlier, and this display is 2436 by 1135, I believe, and it has a pixel density of 458 pixels per inch. This is almost as good, if not better, than the iPhone 11 series because of the display, the display technology. This is OLED, so this looks very good. Blacks look very black, and this has very good brightness. So I just want to talk about a little bit more about the design. We have glass on the back. We have two camera modules right here. They're both 12 megapixels. One is a main, one is a telephoto. I'll talk about those later. So we have glass on the back and stainless steel on the designs, which is very, very good. And we also got Gorilla Glass on the front. But overall, if I had to give the display and the design a rating, I would say about a 9 out of 10, just because of the notch. It isn't too good, even though it is, modern for iPhone. Many Android phones have very minimal bezels, but overall, very good. So now let's talk about Face ID and the cameras. So first of all, right in the notch, the reason why we have a notch, well, the reason why we don't have home button anymore, because it's lost of Touch ID and for gestures. But with those gestures, now you can basically swipe to unlock the phone, and it unlocks with your face instead of your fingerprint. And overall, very fast, very quick. It is very secure too, which is great to see. And even doing it 100 times, it won't recognize anybody other's face, so you're getting maximum security. So let's talk about those cameras. So first of all, on the back, we've got dual 12 megapixel cameras, and one is a wide and one is a telephoto, which I told you before. Now, the photo quality on here is pretty good. Definitely not as good as newer iPhones, but it's still not that bad. So looking at some of these photos, they are very, very good and very sharp. Now, not as sharp as the newer iPhones, but still very good, even when you crop in. Still very good. If we look at another photo, as you can see, very good dynamic range, really not that bad. And one more photo. This is where it's a little bit more of a difficult situation, and you can see there is some glare. Overall, though, still an okay picture. We also got 2x telephoto zoom, and as you can see, looks pretty good, and actually looks better, in my opinion, than the OnePlus 7 Pro's telephoto. And also, you can see, pretty good photo there. Now, with that telephoto, you can also do portrait mode, and this is a portrait mode shot. It blurs out the whole entire background, and so it gives this kind of bokeh effect. It looks very, very good. And here is another one of portrait mode. So looking at video capabilities, as you can see, you could either do 720p at 30 FPS, which is the lowest, all the way up to 4K at 60 FPS. So just as good as the OnePlus 7 Pro or even the iPhone 11 Pro. Now, the video isn't as good as the iPhone 11 Pro, but you can do still 4K at 60 FPS. So very, very impressive. Now, looking at the video itself, it's actually very good. It's actually better, in my opinion, than the OnePlus 7 Pro in some ways. It's just because usually iPhones do better in video than Android devices. Looking at the front-facing camera, it's not as good. It's only 7 megapixels, but it's okay for, the occasional shots, and you could still do portrait mode on the front. And overall, it's going to be very good. And also, you got Animoji and all that other cool stuff. Now, let's talk about the battery life. Now, personally on here, the battery life isn't too good. It is 90% capacity, which is fine, but I'm just saying, overall, you'll be getting an okay iPhone, iPhone battery experience. I would say you probably could get 3 to 3.5 hours of screen on time, which is fine. Could last you the day, but definitely not as good as something as the OnePlus 7 Pro or the iPhone 11 Pro or the iPhone 11 or even the iPhone XR. I believe it's almost 3,000 milliamp hours, so definitely not the greatest, but once again, it's okay. It's not that great, but it's not terrible either. Lastly, we're going to be talking about the specifications. So a lot of you guys want to know how gaming is and also what Antutu benchmark score is on here, so I'll tell you. So yeah, looking at the Antutu score, it's okay. It's 245,149. So comparing that to something like the OnePlus 7 Pro, that's somewhere in the 400,000. But once again, not too bad, and you can actually do some pretty impressive stuff. Now, we got the A11 chip in here, as well as 3 gigabytes of RAM. So not too much RAM, but it's definitely going to be okay. And let's check out some gaming. But before we do that, let's do a music video test, basically. Seeing how good the video is, and also seeing how loud the speakers get. Okay, so we got some non-copyrighted music right here. Let's see how good this does. Sorry about some of the lag. I'm not sure what's wrong with Gcam today. Let's see. Okay. Let's turn up the quality. Okay. So, as you can see, it looks very good. You can pinch to zoom in. Still very, very clear. Could do 1080p. And also we got stereo speakers, so as you can see from here, there is a speaker at the earpiece. We also got a speaker over here. So overall, very, very good. So I'm not going to be showing you Call of Duty, but I am going to show you a simple 2D game. Because Call of Duty has to do this huge update for whatever reason. It's like a ton of gigabytes. So as you can see, it runs very well. So normal gaming will be fine, and so will like heavy intensive gaming. And I know Call of Duty can, I believe, run at high, very high, and also max settings, so very good performance there. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.